5:30 a.m. It's time to load up the truck. I'm at the studio. I'm gonna fill this thing up, hopefully in about 15 minutes. Got everything prepped yesterday at the studio. All the artwork's ready to go. Just need to load it up into the truck. Gotta get all this in the back of my truck. Bins. Here we go. We clear it all out. Everything's in the back of the truck. Full as can be. All the artwork stays in the cab. Today we're doing Delray Affair. It's Friday, April 4th. Can't wait. See ya. This setup is in the middle of a city street and takes me about 3 hours from start to finish. For a show like Delray Affair, I bring my own tent and all my own supplies, including stands, things to hang everything on the walls, and so on. There's no electricity, so any vendors that would like to power any lights or anything, you also have to bring your own power, which can only be battery powered and not for a generator. Just like that, I'm all done. Setting up at Delray. Take you a walk through. So this is a typical 10 by 10 booth. And these are mainly metals, aluminum, a couple canvases intermixed, bats, ornaments, plates, small metals, of course all the prints. There's customers. Art shows can be a lot of fun, but are also a lot of work. I started doing it in 2009 and slowly learned the craft, what to bring, or ever doing an art show. I strongly recommend to going to a lot of them. Try to bring something that other artists don't have, something unique, something you don't see. Unlike some artists, I sell everything on my walls. I bring all the prints and I sell as is so people can bring it home. All my prints are in biodegradable bags, and I try to use the least amount of plastic as possible. Any of the plastic is always reused. I often encourage people to pay cash, but we also take credit cards. That's the easiest thing for most customers. We use a Square app. I take a picture of every product sold, so therefore I have an inventory. Not only inventory of what's being sold, but the physical image. So I can go back through my images on my phone on Monday and see what's sold and what I need to re-up on inventory. Once I became more successful and started selling online through social media and a lot of my vendors through selling wholesale, then I started doing less shows. So not only do a handful a year, especially having kids, it's not fun to work 7 days a week. Another key point that I do is I don't bring any of my postcards or small prints. Most customers won't purchase the larger prints if you have an option to have a smaller print. Here's another show set up at the Loggerhead Marine Life Center this past spring. We have a few different setups, but this one is particular for a 2-day show. Just bringing my own walls, my own tent, as well as all my prints and large metals and some canvases. It's important to look for shaded areas and also better ground. A lot of times you don't have a choice, obviously, but those are things to look for. I always bring a change of clothes, one for setup and one for showtime, as well as a good pair of gloves. So we got part one of the tent built. My show. This is everything else will hang tomorrow. The reason I don't hang overnight beforehand, just in case there's any wind or rain, less of a chance of anything happening. I'll cover this all with a tarp, just in case, because every once in a while there's a couple little pinholes that happen in this thing. And then we'll come back tomorrow and finish hanging. I use drapery hooks on the fabric to hang all the metals, signage materials, as well as canvases. I've switched to more metals at art shows because they are weatherproof, and also you can fit twice as many inside the boxes as compared to canvases. All right, finished setting up. It is 9:47. The show starts at 10 o'clock. I got here finished parking about 8:30. So that's about an hour and 15 minutes remaining to set up. We got all the prints organized, walls are full of artwork. This is a unique show because I have another wall on this side as well. So there's some extra work. Got a surfboard back there brought from the studio. Hope it does well. This is the Loggerhead Marine Life Center Turtle Fest. Here's one of my favorite shows along Deerfield Beach. This is with the city of Deerfield Beach. It used to be called the Deerfield Beach Art Festival, but now it's in with the Pioneer Days. It's always along the ocean. The downside is it's always windy. These beach shows are great because it draws lots of beach people. Great to talk to, they're very nice, they're very respectful of my work. A lot of people ask me what show is busier on a Saturday or a Sunday, and it really depends. A lot of times it's dependent on the weather. People love to ask questions. My most common is, are these photos from around here? Yes. No, they can't be. Busy show is a fun show. Time flies by. You can see me taking inventory on some of these purchases with my phone. We also do smaller shows with my assistants running them. Sometimes with one wall, sometimes with a tent, sometimes provided a tent, sometimes no tent, and so on. I've really enjoyed the past 15 years of selling my artwork in the public. I hope you learned a little bit from this video. I loved sharing it. If you're an artist or even a customer and have any questions about how I sell my work, our ethics, how successful it's been, where we do art shows, and so on, I'm happy to chat. Reach out.